You're watching TAG TV.
Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Gatasha Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 28th of March. Search operation underway in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Explosives recovered. Afghan President Ghani calls for regional support in countering terrorism. Nepal's Prime Minister Oli apprises international community of foreign policy. And now for all the details. Security forces and police launched a massive search operation in Rajouri district of India's Jammu and Kashmir province on Wednesday, following information about movement of militants in the area. India has long accused Pakistan of training and arming militants and helping them infiltrate across the border as a proxy to mount attacks on Indian soil.
Security forces and police launched a massive search operation in Rajouri district of India's Jammu and Kashmir province on Wednesday, following information about movement of militants in the area. Police said 2-3 bags containing explosive had been recovered from near Sundarbani town in the district along the de facto border with Pakistan.
हमारा जो ऑपरेशन है उसमें कुछ बैग्स जो हैं हमें 2-3 बैग्स मिले हैं जिसमें आईडी या कुछ ग्रेनेड्स हैं वो मिले हैं और इसके साथ ही ऑपरेशन आगे बढ़ा हो.
New Delhi accuses Islamabad of training and arming militants and helping them infiltrate across the border as a proxy to mount attacks on Indian soil. Pakistan denies the allegations.
Moving on, pro-freedom Baloch activists on Tuesday held anti-Pakistan protests across the world to mark 70 years of illegal occupation of Balochistan by Pakistan. The activists also highlighted gross human rights violation inflicted upon innocent Baloch people in Balochistan by Pakistani forces.
The Free Balochistan Movement, or FPM, on Tuesday held protest rallies and awareness meetings across the world to mark 70 years of illegal occupation of Balochistan by Pakistan. The protesters aimed to aware the international community about how Balochistan was forcibly occupied by Pakistan on 27 March 1948, which they call as Black Day. They raised anti-Pakistan slogans and highlighted gross human rights violations inflicted upon innocent Baloch people in Balochistan.
This is the time for the world to see that Pakistan and China together are genociding Baloch people. This is the time to control and this is the time to play their role by international community that Pakistan and China, what they are doing, they are heinous crimes against humanity, they are war crimes against Baloch people.
The Baloch activists demanded a peaceful end to the Pakistani military occupation of Balochistan. They also demanded an end to genocidal military operations in Balochistan that have claimed thousands of innocent lives. Activists have long accused Pakistan Army of human rights abuses in Balochistan and how innocent Baloch are subjected to torture, killings and enforced disappearance for raising their voices.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghan President Ashraf Ghani on Tuesday called on all regional countries to support the Afghan-led peace process in Afghanistan. Addressing the opening of the Tashkent peace meeting in Uzbekistan, Ghani said Afghanistan will do everything in its power to bring about peace.
Afghan President Ashraf Ghani on Tuesday said in Tashkent that regional countries need to support Afghanistan's peace efforts, especially as terrorists know no geographical boundaries. In his opening speech at the Tashkent Peace Conference in Afghanistan, Ghani said that ties need to be strengthened with regional countries in order to fight terrorism, which is a common threat. The conference gathered senior officials from global powers such as China, Russia, the US, as well as delegations from international and regional organizations such as the United Nations, the European Union and the NATO. During the conference, senior diplomats and representatives of participating countries also called on the Taliban to lay down arms and embrace from the recent offer made by the Afghan government. The peace meeting came on the heels of the recent Kabul process meeting where Afghan President Ashraf Ghani laid out a detailed peace offer to the Taliban.
Moving on to news from Nepal, Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli on Tuesday briefed the top officials of international diplomatic missions in Kathmandu about his government's foreign policy. He said independent foreign policy and balanced conduct of relations would be the hallmark of Nepal's external engagements.
Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli on Tuesday apprised ambassadors and officials of international diplomatic missions based in Kathmandu of his government's foreign policy. Addressing the meeting, Oli said that the independent foreign policy and balanced conduct of relations would be the hallmarks of Nepal's external engagements. The Prime Minister said Nepal's foreign policy will be guided by the principles of UN Charter, international law and norms of world peace. He also said that Nepal enjoys cordial and friendly relations with both its immediate neighbors, India and China, and will continue to maintain them. Oli was sworn in as the Prime Minister of Federal Nepal in February this year and since then has been expected to boost the nation's ties with India and China. Soon after taking the charge, he had said he would promote peace, stability and development in the country.
Pakistan High Commissioner to India Sohail Mahmood on Tuesday visited Sufi shrine Ajmer Sharif in India's northwestern Rajasthan province. After paying obeisance, Mahmood said he hoped for improved and strong relations with India at all levels.
Pakistan High Commissioner to India Sohail Mahmood hoped for improved and strong relations with India at all levels after he visited Ajmer Sharif shrine in northwestern Rajasthan province on Tuesday. Elaborate security arrangements were made in and around the shrine, keeping in view the high-profile visit. A group of regional musicians gave an enchanting performance in the presence of Mahmood.
ये दोनों मुल्कों के दरमियान अमन हो, मुज़ाकरात हों और हालात बेहतरी की तरफ जाएं और फिर आवाम की सतह पर भी रिश्ते मजबूत हों। ये रिश्ता जैसे ये है इन बुज़ुर्गों का बरसग़ीर पाक व हिंद की तूल अर्ज़ में ये फैला हुआ है, दुनिया भर में फैला हुआ है। लोग हर जगह से आते हैं, फैज़याब होते हैं। तो इंशाअल्लाह ये हमारी उम्मीद यही है, हमारी दुआ भी यही है कि रिश्ते मजबूत हों, मजबूत तरीन हों इंशाअल्लाह।
The Dargah of the Sufi saint Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti is one of the most revered shrines of the country. Chishti, who preached tolerance and unity of all religions, died in Ajmer, where his tomb has become a shrine for millions of people from around the world.
Decommissioning ceremony of Indian Coast Guard ship Bikaiji Kama was held in India's southern Chennai city on Tuesday. The ship played a pivotal role in saving lives during tsunami relief operations.
Indian Coast Guard on Tuesday decommissioned its ship Bikaiji Kama, which saved over 80 lives during its 20-year tenure. The ceremony was commissioned by Commander Coast Guard East, Inspector General Rachan Bagotra. A Navy band marched along with Coast Guard as the decommissioning ceremony began. Inspector General Bagotra later inspected the Guard of Honor. The senior official was also seen posing with a picture of Bikaiji Kama, which was commissioned in 1997.
We commissioned this ship in 1997 and it has finished more than 20.5 years of service. It has been a glorious record for this ship, who was initially based at Visakhapatnam and subsequently, after doing a guarantee refit, it was shifted to Andamans for undertaking the surveillance of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands.
The surveillance ship played a pivotal role in apprehending 10 foreign fishing vessels and evacuated 137 personnel during a tsunami relief operation. The equipment of the ship will now be stored for utilization in other vessels, and the remaining parts will be auctioned online through the MSTC e-auction website.
Chief Minister of India's Northern Jammu and Kashmir Province, Mehbooba Mufti, addressed 64th Convention of Travel Agents Association of India on Tuesday. The provincial chief threw light on Valley's heritage and culture during the event, which aimed at boosting tourism in the valley.
Chief Minister of Northern India's Jammu and Kashmir Province, Mehbooba Mufti, wooed travel agents on Tuesday, saying that the province has best of every natural and man-made resource. Mufti made the comments while addressing the 64th Annual Convention of the Travel Agents Association of India in Srinagar city. The event, which aimed at boosting tourism in the province, was held in the province after 30 years.
मेरे ख्याल में दुनिया में किसी जगह के पास इतना कुछ नहीं होगा जितना हमारे पास है। हमारे जंगल, हमारे पानी, हमारे दरिया, हमारे जो गोल्फ कोर्सेज खेलने के लिए हैं, हमारी जो तहजीब है, हमारी जो डाइवर्सिटी है, हमारा कल्चर, हमारी ज़बानें, इतनी डाइवर्सिटी मेरे ख्याल में दुनिया में किसी कोने में नहीं। हमारे पूरे मुल्क को मिला के भी उसमें इतनी डाइवर्सिटी नहीं है जितनी जम्मू कश्मीर अकेले जम्मू कश्मीर में।
Tourism is the backbone of Kashmir, with majority of people in the province dependent on it directly and indirectly for their livelihood. For nearly a century, hand-carved houseboats bobbing on the placid lake has drawn scores of visitors to the stunningly beautiful Himalayan region of Kashmir. Kashmir Valley is also amongst the favorite holiday destinations for skiers, travelers and adventure seekers.
Clay bottles are in huge demand in India's southern Hyderabad city as the mercury soars. The bottles are becoming popular among locals as they are an easier and eco-friendly option to keep water cool and help keep the body healthy.
Clay bottles are selling like hotcakes in India's southern Hyderabad city as locals opt for an economical and natural cooling system to beat scorching heat this summer. Over the years, customers have become wary of the products they use and its ramifications on their well-being. Many find water from the refrigerator to be harmful since the cooling effect is brought about using electrical means. Therefore, earthen pots have gained popularity among the pious.
कस्टमर तो अभी पहले बार लाया तो जो लेके जा रहा वो तो बोल रहा अच्छा ही है, फिर जो एक बार एक लेके जा रहा वो बाद में आके फिर और दो लेके जा रहा है, ऐसा हो रहा है। बोल रहा है अच्छा ठंडा अच्छा है, कोई बात नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है।
ये पानी इसमें से ठंडा रहता है, ये मिट्टी का चीज़ है, ठंडा रहता है।
मिट्टी का चीज़ में
पीने से अच्छा रहता है, सेहत के लिए अच्छा रहता है, सेहत के लिए भी अच्छा रहता है। फ्रिज का पानी तो जानते हैं बिजली का करंट से बनता है, ठंडा होता है, और ये मिट्टी का चीज़ है। मिट्टी का चीज़ में पानी ठंडा अच्छा रहता है और इसमें पानी ठंडा पीने के लिए सेहत के लिए भी अच्छा रहता है, इसलिए हम लोग यूज करते हैं इसके पानी से।
Clay bottles or earthen pots are made of two types of mud clay that keeps the water cold for long periods. Apart from being durable, they are easy to carry and have been given a modern, abstract appearance that attracts customers.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Search operation underway in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Explosives recovered. Afghan President Ghani calls for regional support in countering terrorism. And Nepal's Prime Minister Oli apprises international community of foreign policy. Now, our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.
You're watching TAG TV.